What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to cover a quick topic about my thoughts on deleted trucks or not deleting a truck. Hold on one second here, I'm just pulling out in traffic. Okay, so I'm sure if you search YouTube and the internet, there are tons of topics about this, and you're going to have a lot of people saying, you know, leaning towards one way and a lot of people leaning towards the other. Here's my 2 cents on the matter. There are pros and cons to both, okay? So if you think about it this way, older diesel trucks don't really have this issue because they don't have the emissions equipment on them. Any of the somewhat newer diesel trucks, I don't remember exactly what year it started, but maybe like the early 2000s to mid 2000s and up is when the emissions equipment started showing up on diesel trucks because of the EPA. Now the whole point of the emissions equipment is to make sure that that soot that, you know, diesel trucks have gotten a bad rap over the years from, mainly from you get all these guys out there rolling coal and all that kind of stuff. You know, there's always people out there that do stuff for fun that at the time might seem like fun, but it can really create a snowball effect of other issues, which is giving diesel truck owners a bad rap. But either way, so the EPA wanted to reduce that soot, that black rolling coal smoke that, you know, old diesel trucks used to do, and reduce that. So that's why all the emissions equipment came on. Now, the thing about emissions equipment is that the pro side of it is they're trying to create cleaner air that's being exhausted into the atmosphere. Okay, I get that. But the cons to that, for one, emissions equipment will ruin your truck. It will choke and kill your truck over time. What's happening, and I'm sure you can go on YouTube and watch videos of people explaining this with full diagrams. I'll even try to post a picture if I can within this video to give you a diagram of how this works. But essentially what is happening is this. After the combustion process happens and that fuel is burned off and that exhaust gas is released out of the engine, and I don't know the ratio, but let's just say for today's conversation, half of that exhaust gas is going to be rerouted through the EGR, which stands for exhaust gas recirculation. It's going to recirculate that exhaust, we'll say roughly half of it, back into the intake, which is going back into your engine. And yes, you are carrying soot with that. So as you're driving your truck, you are putting soot back into the engine, which is only going to gunk it up and create more problems with the engine. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is the other half of that exhaust gas that did not go through the EGR is going down to your DPF tank. The DPF tank is your diesel particulate filter. That is going to filter microscopically that exhaust gas into smaller particles so that it's getting cleaner as it goes through the system. Now, the problem with that is the smaller particles that go through the filter go to your SCR, which is your selective catalytic reducer. What's happening there, that part of the system is where your DEF fluid, your diesel exhaust fluid, is going to enter the SCR and break that down into, I don't know, nitrogen and water or whatever it is, so that basically as it exhausts out the back of your truck, it's cleaner. Now, here's where some problems come in. Though that system, the DPF and the EGR and the SCR, that is not gonna last forever. That will eventually fail. You're gonna gunk it up and you're gonna have to clean it, which costs money, or replace it, which costs a ton of money. So either way, you're gonna have a cost. Then you got the cost of the DEF fluid. Now, yes, you don't have to completely refill that DEF fluid all the time on a regular basis, but you still need to, and there's still a cost associated with that. So then what's happening next is that whole system that's designed to make cleaner air is reducing your truck's potential. It's choking your truck so that you don't get maximum horsepower. You won't have maximum torque. You won't get maximum speeds. So basically, you're investing in an expensive truck. And let's face it, guys and girls, these diesel trucks are expensive. What, is it safe to say between 50 and 80,000 easy? You're investing in an expensive truck that the emissions equipment is killing just to have some cleaner air in the atmosphere. Now, I'm going to say this. I agree that it's good to save the planet. Okay, I get all that. But there are worse problems in our atmosphere than a little bit of diesel exhaust. Let's just call that what it is. You got a system that is killing your truck and costing you money. Okay? Now let's talk about the pros of deleting. Now, deleting a truck is going to do the exact opposite of what I said the cons were on the emissions equipment. It is going to give you better breathability. It's going to give you better horsepower. It's going to give you better torque. Your truck is going to last a lot longer. You are protecting your truck and making it last a lot longer. So if you're the type of person that wants to keep your truck for as long as you possibly can, and I'm talking 2, 3, 4, 500,000 miles plus, if that's you, you might want to consider it. That's all I'm saying. I can't condone it because it is illegal. I'll say that. It is illegal to delete your truck. So I can't condone it. I'm just explaining to you the pros and cons, and you make your decision from there. So with that said, let's talk about some of the cons to deleting your truck. One, cost. But let's negate the cost factor, because there's a cost in maintaining the emissions equipment, and there's a cost in replacing it when it fails, and it will. So the cost factor of deleting a truck shouldn't really be a factor, because it's being negated, because there's a cost in keeping the truck with emissions equipment on it. So, but there's a cost to deleting it. Then the other factor that some people do find very important is it does void your factory warranty. So now if you have a used truck that's, let's say over 5 years old, you don't have a warranty anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you get a brand new truck, let's face it, you got to take risks in life, right? If you buy a brand spanking new diesel truck, now this isn't the early 2000s or whatever, not when diesel trucks were having their ups and downs and things like that. Nowadays, it's pretty safe to say that no matter what diesel truck you get, you're going to have a good truck. And the chances of that diesel engine failing to where that warranty is really going to make a difference is very slim. So that's a decision you're going to have to make. Do you want to protect your truck and make it last longer and get that emissions equipment stuff off right away? Yes, you'll void your warranty, or keep it on, because some guys will keep it on until the warranty runs out and then delete it. But keep in mind, you know, most warranties are good for about 5 years, 3 years, 5 years. In that 3 to 5 years, you've already done a ton of damage to your truck by using that emissions equipment. So keep that in mind. So, you know, there are pros and cons to deleting and pros and cons to keeping the emissions equipment intact. So really, you're going to have to do your research and find out, you know, what is best for you and what route you want to take. But I am just saying, just so you guys know, that emissions equipment is designed more for the environment, not designed for efficiency or, you know, longevity of your truck. It's not meant to protect you. It's meant to protect the environment and make all the environmentalists out there happy. That's really what it is. Now, and it's costing you money to do that. So at the end of the day, now if you're a guy that, you know, just has your truck for a tool, your truck is a work truck, you don't really care about customizing it, you don't care about making it last forever because you're probably going to get rid of it in, you know, 5 years anyways once you pay it off or whatever not, then maybe deleting is not a big deal. You know, use your truck as a tool, beat it up in 5 years when you got a couple 100,000 miles on it and you're done beating it up, sell it and trade it in, move on. But for anybody else that likes customizing their trucks, maybe they plan on buying this truck and this is the last truck they ever plan on owning. They want to make this truck last for 15, 20 plus years and tons of miles. You might want to consider it because it will help the longevity of your truck. So again, at the end of the day, emissions equipment will choke out your truck and cost you tons of money and rob your truck of power and torque and longevity. Deleting your truck is going to do the exact opposite. It's going to give your truck longevity. It's going to give your truck more power, more torque. It's going to make your truck breathe better and perform better. That's the big difference between deleting and not deleting. So don't really get caught up on the cost. Yes, there's a cost, but there's a cost either way. You're going to either pay it up front when you delete the truck, or you're going to pay it down the road when you got to fix or replace the emissions equipment. Either way, you're paying money. But you got to think of it this way. If you're going to be paying that money no matter what, wouldn't you rather have a better experience and better performance and better longevity of your truck and just pay that money up front and get it deleted? That's up to you. Again, it is illegal. I can't condone it, and you make your decision from there. But again, this kind of wraps up the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like these types of video, again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. If there's any other topics you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'd be glad to talk about it, and we'll go from there. So again, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'd like to keep this channel growing, so leave a comment, leave me some details of maybe what some topics you guys want to watch. Oops, sorry about that, going a little bit off-road here. But either way, I will talk to you guys. Talk to you soon.